Hello and welcome back to Seconds Out. My name is Ayman here with the undisputed super-middleweight champion Savannah Marshall, now looking to establish herself in another sport. Firstly, Savannah, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm really good. I'm excited for times ahead.
Exciting times ahead indeed. Now, I was having a combo with the trusted source and they told me, hey, Savannah's pretty close to joining the PFL. And I was surprised to hear that. I said, no, you're having me on. You're trying to get me to speak to someone and then I look like a bit silly, kind of asking something so wild out there. But then I spoke to another source. They confirmed that it was legit, and now here we are talking about it. So why the move from an unexpected move, I guess?
It was just the opportunity. Been in talks since about October last year. I forgot about it, to be honest. It kind of went quiet, and then all of a sudden, I got the contract in. Was happy with it, and then I was on my way to New York for the announcement. So it was all very, very fast.
Was this ever in your mind outside of when it was just approached to you about joining or crossing over to another sport? Was it ever in your mind to do that?
Not crossover, but I had thought about MMA before. Um, Maybe just I've done a little bit of training. I quite enjoyed it. I never really thought about competing, but I did see at one point, it was like pre-COVID, that especially the females, a lot of MMA promoters were really backing them, really pushing them. And at the time, female boxing wasn't really going anywhere, wasn't really given a chance. So that's when I kind of my ears pricked up and I started doing a little bit of training, but I never ever did think that I would cross over.
What has this move done for you in terms of, I mean, for someone who's done so much already in the sport and reached the highest of highs and had some really great moments already and looking to create more too, does this spark more determination, ambition and motivation to succeed in another area? Has it reignited that or further ignited that?
No, definitely. I think just saying I've done boxing for 20 plus years, and you think you're doing the same combinations, the same training day in, day out. It goes a little bit stale. So this is definitely relighted the fire, and I'm excited and I'm eager to learn new disciplines.
We know your stand-up game is great, but how's your ground game?
Like I said, I've did a little bit in the past, only a little bit. But it's more. I'm just interested. I'm really interested. It's new. It's something that I've I'm not the best in the world at. So that definitely pushes me even more.
What's the current situation in terms of gathering up the team to succeed in this area? Who have you enlisted and who are you enlisting? And is Peter still involved as well too?
Yeah, obviously. So this is where the PFL have been great. They understand that boxing takes priority. I'm still with Boxer, still with Sky Sports, obviously still with Peter. So as for new team, I haven't really got anyone yet. I've thought of a couple of people. So it's all about going around and forming friendships and relationships and seeing what works for me.
How will you balance your, boxing commitments and then your MMA commitments? If it was a fresh year, let's say this is 2024, how many fights would you be having in each discipline?
Obviously, I've got a WBC mandatory with the boxing, so that's something that I'm looking at the minute, and I'll probably be looking at getting in the smart cage towards the end of next year.
Bless you. You and I both have something in common, that we both have a hand injury of some form. What is the hand injury and how's that affecting your preparations?
Yeah, so during my last fight with Francione, I really hurt my hand. I thought I'd broke it. After going to see a surgeon, I've had surgery, and it wasn't a break. It was more tissue. So I'm just, obviously I've had an operation. I'm just recovering from that.
Now, there's the big thing when you're crossing over to the PFL is also Claressa Shields and getting that fight with Claressa, who's made some comments and she's essentially saying, you're not treading your own path, you're treading my path and looking to chase me. Is there a degree of truth or falseness to those statements?
Yeah, 100%. I think I'm under no illusion. The main reason why the PFL wanted me was probably because of the response my and her fight got in October, and it was something that they've probably fancied doing in the smart cage, as is something I'm interested in. It's never been done before, especially with two females. and it's a new initiative. It's a new angle, and I think it'll be bigger than the fight in the ring.
Do you know where you stand with Claressa? Because one moment you're biting each other's heads off, the next moment she's giving you advice about entering into the PFL, and you're kind of buddy. Like, where are you with her?
Oh, I can't stand her. It's more I've got to bite my tongue. Like she's giving me advice about like, and I'm thinking, do you think I've never tried it before? Do you know what I mean? Like showing me how to stand and stuff, and I just thought, I've just got to smile and bite my tongue with her.
Have you thought about how a fight with Claressa would play out in the smart cage? Where do you think you could change, how it went in the first fight and adapt, and where you can kind of have the successes against her?
I think it's just a whole new ball game. Although she's fought before in the cage, I haven't. So obviously she's got that hand up, but it's still new to us both. We're still, our main discipline's boxing. So obviously it's about who can learn the most, who can learn who's going to be the best at ground game, who's going to be the best at kicking, defensive work, that sort of thing. Which, like I said, all adds into another mega fight.
You mentioned about your ground game. How about the kicks? How are they getting on?
They're not too bad. I've got big long legs, so.
Was that Paddy Woon in the background? Has he taken one?
He's about to. Doesn't get me a coffee.
Just a couple of final things. I'll let you go, Savannah. Debate rumbling on. I don't know if you catched Usyk versus Dubois. Was it low? Was it not low? What do you think?
Sorry, you say that again and you went off there.
I just said just a couple of things away from this and I'll let you go. Debate rumbling on in boxing in terms of Usyk Dubois. Was it low? Was it not low? Did you see it?
Yeah, I seen it. I thought it was low, but I do think he milked it. But look, why not? It's all about getting them little edges, them little 1%. I don't think he was ever in danger, but I do think it was low, and I do think he was really in pain.
Another woman who's been breaking ground is Katie Taylor. She's taken on Chantal Cameron in the rematch. Do you see the fight going any different?
I think, to be honest, I didn't think Katie performed very well. But for me, I don't think she's been at her best for quite some time. I think she'll put up more of a fight, but I think it'll be another shutout by Chantal.
And just finally for myself, if you were to pick one boxer to also move over into the MMA profession, who do you think would do well in this area?
I haven't a clue, but what I have noticed that with the MMA fighters, if you can punch and know how to punch properly, they seem to be very successful in the MMA. So I think no matter who it is, and they learn the ground game and the kicking and the defense work, I think, it's like having a bit of a head start.
Savannah, a real pleasure speaking to you. Looking forward to your new venture into MMA. Thanks for speaking to SecondsOut, and we'll catch up very soon.